Hey, how are you? How's it going? We're here in Vietnam, Hanoi, Vietnam to be exact, to check out some of VinFast's amazing electric scooters. Now, you know me for reviewing a lot of four-wheelers, a lot of cars, but I think this is something definitely new that we're checking out because of how popular electric vehicles are in the country. I mean, VinFast has been leading the charge towards electrification with their amazing four-wheel vehicles, but once they start offering these two-wheelers that don't look half as bad, actually, I think they're definitely going to change the game when it comes to mobility, and maybe even convince me to start checking out these two-wheelers myself. We are here at the VinFast Haiphong e-scooter factory for us to check out their latest and greatest when it comes to e-scooter technology, because if you didn't know, they're actually planning to bring in 3 models of their e-scooters into the Philippines, trying to tap into the mass market electrified mobility space. And I know that the discourse about e-scooters and e-bikes hasn't been the great in the country as of late, but VinFast wants to change your minds in order for you to see exactly what type of high-tech technology they have in store for us. Because whether you like it or not a lot of people can really afford four-wheel vehicles. So if you want to get around and make sure that you do so in the most economical, green, and electrified way, a two-wheeled e-scooter or e-bike can actually do the trick. So we're here to check out all they have to offer. Later on, we'll do some test drives. That's right, I'll be learning to see if I still remember how to ride a bike. You'll be seeing that right here in the video, and I'll catch you guys later. All right, so as you can see, we've been given a rare, exclusive sneak peek of what happens behind the scenes right here, so that they can show us exactly what their manufacturing process is and prove to us that they do have a lot of quality when it comes to building these machines. So right here, the Haiphong facility actually has 6.4 hectares worth of space where they can build up to 1 million, that's right, you heard that right, 1 million of these e-bikes and e-scooters per year. And they don't just build them willy-nilly. They do have a lot of amazing and high-tech processes that can actually build them top of the line, cutting edge, build them, make sure that a lot of the technologies that VinFast uses on their four-wheel vehicles are applied to these e-bikes. And I mean, look at how these things are made. So they go ahead and utilize special robots, about 25 robots, to build these cars or these motorcycles per day. So they do this 24/7 on 8-hour shifts. So you can assure that all the workers are rested whenever they do this, and unlike in other countries where they actually work them to the ground. But here, you can actually see the craftsmanship. You can see the quality that they built right here on their e-bikes, and I'm really excited to test them out later on. But I really find it weird that I'm actually here inside the factory, inside the assembly line, and I'm glad. Thank you so much, VinFast, for allowing me to get in here so that you guys can have this sneak peek inside their factories. And I mean, there's something really assuring about seeing the manufacturing process of these e-bikes here from VinFast. Everything is laid out neatly and tidily. I mean, later on we'll be seeing more about the manufacturing process, and the quality control that they're putting into these bikes are just top-notch and phenomenal. We're here now at the third section after going through the body shop where they build the cars, weld them together. This is the assembly section where they actually fit in the trims, the electronics, brakes, the tires, the electric motor underneath, the electric vehicle. And if you definitely see all of the robots that they have inside here, both connecting and distributing all the parts, it is pretty awesome. And it's nice to know that a company like VinFast has a factory like this building the e-bikes that they're sending over to the Philippines. Right, so here at the body shop, this is the main factory where they make all of VinFast's cars, motorcycles, everything that they need to do for all of these robots. I mean, look at the level of automation that's applied right here in their factory, in their body shop. Just gives me, again, that much peace of mind knowing that they're using the cutting edge technology when it comes to their manufacturing process. It is kind of warm, kind of hot inside here too, but it's no worries. Which again leads me to believe that the kind of technology that they're utilizing and putting in thought into the manufacturing process, certainly top notch. I'm even more impressed with VinFast vehicles and their electric vehicles, particularly their cars and e-bikes, just looking at the manufacturing process that they have right here. Everything looks just so, I mean, I'm totally geeking out.
Vietnam is already embracing the EV life in a big way, and VinFast is leading the charge not just with cars, but with electric scooters as well. We gotta check out 3 very different models. The Evo goes for that clean Euro chic look, the Feliz is more practical and capable for daily riding, while the Viper brings a much more aggressive and sporty vibe. All 3 use VinFast's advanced battery technology, and one of the coolest parts is that the batteries are hot swappable. In Vietnam, you can literally pull into a battery station, swap packs, and keep on going in just seconds. Or you can charge them at home overnight in around 7 hours or so, then they're ready for the next day. And if you're wondering if they're waterproof, well, check this out. So dealing with rain and flooded streets shouldn't be a problem. Specs for the Philippine models have not been finalized and official yet, but initial figures look very promising. These vehicles can go up to 150 to 200 kilometers in a single charge thanks to using 2 batteries. It could go up to 70 to 80 kilometers per hour. Wow, that is VinFast. VinFast is also planning to offer battery subscription options to lower the SRP and give owners extra peace of mind.
Okay, so right now we're behind the wheel of the VinFast. Ooh, it's VinFast. VinFast Feliz. So this is one of the 3 cars that VinFast, or should I say 3 e-scooter models that VinFast will be bringing into the Philippines. And this is one of their entry-level variants, so it's more casual, more leisurely than such, but it still does a lot of power. We're going so fast right now that I can definitely see myself using this here in the Philippines, even in busier streets. Again, this thing is not allowed on the highway, so you guys better temper your expectations. We're not at 50 kilometers per hour. Okay, so yeah, VinFast knows this thing is fast. It's VinFast, and it is fast. Holy. And I think a lot of guys probably think about e-scooters as slow pokes, especially out on the road, but not this one here. This can definitely go. I wonder if you guys can hear me or not, but it's sure. But anyway, again, back to the matter at hand. The only reason why I probably don't see myself in motorcycles is that I probably look comical on the outside, riding around in a scooter and such. But this one here actually looks great. I'm riding upright like so. As you can see, I've got my mounts on, my cameras on and such. This feels pretty. This looks nice. I mean, I'm not sure how I look on the outside though, but this in itself looks pretty great. All right, so right now we're gonna go through this particular test here. So right around this VinFast track, apart from the speed course that we have on the outside, it also has like different grades here of inclines. So we're gonna test out the power of the VinFast Feliz. Again, this is the entry-level VinFast. So first, let's go through this one right here. This one's pretty cool, pretty chill, pretty cool. No problems. Shouldn't be any problem for the VinFast. Now again, I'm a really heavy guy. About 103, 105 kilograms. About 220 pounds for you Americans out there. Oopsie daisies. And then, no problem for a simple, small grade. Now, heading on up here, on this section of the road, it's gonna be even more inclined. See, absolutely no problems right there. Yeah. So it was able to bring me up the stairs, no problems. Again, this is the entry-level VinFast e-motorcycle or e-scooter. Now we're gonna try something more difficult, supposedly more difficult. As you can see, there's gonna be a different grade going up here. I'm not sure what it is. Oh, there it is, 10 degrees. So the first one was about 5 degrees, this is 7, and this one here on a 10-degree angle, 10-degree grade. Wow. It can take me in. Okay there, VinFast. I see what you did there. Oh, that's impressive. Now, the power, I can't give you the specs of the this VinFast just yet because they'll be releasing a different version for the Philippines. The specs for the Philippine spec vehicle will be different, but rest assured that it's actually going to be more powerful than what we're driving right now. All right, so after getting some wheel time, I've come to some conclusion and some notes. First of all, e-bikes and e-scooters shouldn't be dumbled up together. You think of all those e-scooters or e-bikes out on the road that are really slow. These ones right here, definitely next level, can take you moving around the city at relatively higher speeds. And of course, you should always be careful once you drive these things. This can go really fast, really far, of course. Now, wear a helmet, wear protective gloves and protective equipment and all that. The second conclusion is that I think this is the future of electric mobility in the country. Now, if you didn't know, actually electric scooters are very prevalent in here in Vietnam for a couple of reasons. First of all, they're affordable. You can get around town in a single charge for a couple of days because of the range that you get behind these things, about 80 kilometers in a single charge. That's wonderful, especially if you work at a far off place because you need to rent or live near where the rent is cheaper. This one right here is perfect, and it can get you where you need to be, especially when squeezing through traffic and all that. My third realization about these electric scooters or electric vehicles is that, wow, I think I've been thinking about these things wrong. I got the wrong idea about bikes in general. I mean, you know me, I'm more of a four-wheel type of person, and this one right here really changed my mind. I mean, I've been riding motorcycles, I've been riding scooters casually when I was younger, but never really thought of it as something more than something that just guzzles up gas and can go get you places where you need to be, but less safe. But this one right here, because it doesn't really go as fast as your regular motorcycles, this one I think I can definitely go for. When it comes to pricing, when it comes to real performance, once it gets released in the Philippines, we don't have information on them just yet. But rest assured that in the next couple of months, they will be giving us more information about it. But right now, the impressions that I'm gonna leave you guys before we go with my trip in Vietnam with these types of vehicles here, it's a game changer. Even for a guy who doesn't even ride a lot of motorcycles, I think you should check this out. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I want to know what you think about electrified e-scooters or electrified bikes like these ones. Drop me a comment in the comment section down below. While you're at it, subscribe to our channel and hit that notification icon so you won't miss any of our videos. Been Roy Robles from Zigwheels.Ph. I'll see you guys next time.